We're here now at the Kauppi campus, which is the main campus of Tampere University of Applied Science. There's a wide variety of learning environment here where students develop their professional skills through learning by doing principles. Let's go in and meet some of the students to find out about the experience studying and living here. Hi everyone, nice to meet you and thanks for joining us. Firstly, would you like to introduce yourself, starting with you?
Yes, I'm Xiaojiao Feng, and it's my Chinese name. I know it's very difficult to pronounce, so I also have an English name, Dawn. And I arrived in Tampere about this January, and I will live here maybe next December. It was almost 2 years. It was for my study project, and yes, I'm from China.
Yeah. And what degree do you study here? What are you studying?
I study in bioproduct and process engineering.
Yeah. Okay. How about you?
Yeah, my name is Hồng Ngọc Bé, but someone cannot spell my name, so they always call me Emily. And I'm come from Vietnam, and I'm studying international business. And I have been in Finland around 1 year.
Okay. And how about you?
My name is Nikolai. I come from St. Petersburg, Russia, and I'm studying environmental engineering. And this is my 4th year here in Finland and in the degree program as well.
Okay, so first I have to really ask, why TAMK and why Tampere?
At the beginning, Tampere is not my first choice because why I come here because of my project. My Chinese university held the cooperation project with TAMK, so that is the only choice that we can go abroad. But when I come here, I find that Tampere is very nice city, so I love here.
That's really good to know.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, first of all, I never think I will study abroad in Finland. So when I try to research about Finland, I see a lot of US university in other city. So my agency, she says that every university in Finland is the same educational system. So I just have to consider about the city. So first of all, I think maybe I will go to Helsinki, the capital of Finland, because it's more hectic and easy to find some new friend there. But when I see I think Helsinki is more a lot of people for me. It's so it's so fast life, I think, and I think Tampere is large enough. And also in Tampere we have 3 university here, so a lot of students here. So we have a lot of event for students.
And how about you, lastly?
Yeah, well, I first saw TAMK as a university. I was looking through options to study in Finland, and TAMK's curriculum for environmental engineering caught my eye. So I was kind of considering it already at that point. But after sort of deciding that, I got into a car with my parents and we drove around Finland, around the towns and cities I wanted to study in, and then we obviously came to Tampere as one of the options. And I have to say I really liked it here. It kind of reminded me of my home city in a way. Of course, obviously it's a lot smaller and it's still Finland, it's different, but a lot of rivers, so the river in the middle of the city, the dams, the brick buildings, the factory buildings, kind of reminded me of my home city. So it was already a little bit more comfortable. But also it was interesting because there was a lot of nature still close to the city center, which it was actually quite different. And at the time I thought, yeah, that's very interesting. I'd like to see what it's like to live here. And then obviously, of course, I liked the curriculum, as I said, at TAMK, at environmental engineering degree. So for me, it was this great combination of an interesting degree program and a city I'd like to live in.
And the next question, what do you find here, like the culture difference between Finland and your home country?
Actually, it's quite different. I see. Yeah, like I will start from our university. Like when I study in Damk, there are so many teamwork between students, and the teacher is just guidance, like to show you some steps how you can to do, and if you have question, you can just freely ask the teacher. But in China, like we all study in the same class, and we are in very seriously atmosphere, and the teacher is just teaching and teaching everything, but we don't have so many like teamwork or communication between students. So it's a big difference from China and Finland. And also like the nature, because China is a very big country, and I'm from the north of China, and the weather is maybe a little cold, but not such cold. Like when I go outside in Finland, I feel, oh my God, I'm gonna die. It's so cold, and there are almost snow from I think November to the March.
Well, this year has been a little bit unique, I have to say. Usually it's not that cold right now in November, but it has been this year, yes. It has come usually, I would say normally come end of December or January.
Yeah.
Are you surviving the cold? Is it nice anyway, despite it?
Actually, I like the snow, but I don't like the lowest temperature.
So the trick actually is to layer up. So you wear one after the other,
Yeah.
and then you would feel it. And we had this conversation once before. I mean, the clothes that you buy for to warm yourself up from, like for example, China, it doesn't work in Finland. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you noticed this. So if you want to actually keep warm, you buy the ones that are here because they are made for this temperature.
Yeah, I got the point. I will buy some more.
How about you? What are the cultural differences that you find between Vietnam and Finland?
Yeah, I have the same problem with her. Like in Vietnam, we never work as a team before. Like and also in Vietnam, we have to study a lot. We usually study from 7 a.m. to like 9 p.m. every day.
That's a long day.
Yeah, and also we have a lot of like HR exam or something like that. So when I come here and study, like follow the Finnish style, like it will shock me in the beginning because like I just have like 1 or 2 courses per day, just like around like 5 hours per day, and it's like really relaxed for me. And also I have some like when I see the Finnish people, they go to sauna and after that they jump into the ice, like so I really like, oh my God, how they can do it. Like in Vietnam, I live in the north of Vietnam, so it's also like cold there, but like we never try like swimming in the winter, never. Yeah.
Have you tried it here? I mean,
Oh.
It's actually very healthy to do that, but you have to
Yeah.
go to the sauna first, and this is very good for your blood circulation. If you go from the sauna to go to the lake, that's why a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah, like my friend says that I like should be tried at least one time in my
You
life.
should, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to say like I try something, but it was in summer. But I think the lake is already cold at that time. And after sauna, I go in the lake, but I couldn't swimming, so I just tried to go in the cold water. It was like cool, and I feel that I'm not so worried about I'm gonna die at that time because it's so cool. Like after the hot atmosphere and I go to in the very lowest temperature, I just feel, I be released myself like that. So it was a nice experience.
So it's a good feeling.
Yes.
Yeah, I can imagine. How about you? Have you ever actually tried?
The ice lake, no, but cold, yes, definitely. Cold lake, something I did. I think it was beginning of October, so it was already pretty cold for the water, but obviously not as much. But yeah, the ice lake is something I haven't tried yet. Like the coldest thing I did was snow back in Russia. You know, where you jump in the snow. But I'm imagining that's not quite the same as the icy water. So maybe it's something for the future. You know.
So what would be the cultural difference that you would find between Russia and Finland?
So I think that's a great question in a way. So Russia is different, obviously. So I can only speak for people from St. Petersburg, or at least around that area. And obviously, you know, both countries are in Europe and are actually quite close to the cities, quite close to Finland. So there are some similarities, but generally there are still a lot of cultural differences. Yeah, I think the way that Finns value sort of, I don't think it's honesty, but rather they sort of trust each other. And I think this really shows in all the aspects of life. And it isn't something that is apparent immediately, but when you start living here, you start to notice, especially when you start communicating with the Finns, how this affects their decisions and the way they act. And I think that's great.
Well, on to a more fun question. What do you do when you're not studying? What do you do during your free time here in Tampere?
Like at the first year come here, yeah, this is my first year, I'm sorry. Yeah, at the beginning I just do something in my home because it's so cold outside, and maybe I will try to make a snowman like under my apartment, and then I found some new friends, and my friends asked me to enjoy the sauna in his house, and also some grilling and also some other activities. It was like some club that I make some new friends, and then after that I found that Finnish people more like to drink like in sauna, and then I try to drink with my friends, and we talk and we party. And sometimes there are so many people in the city center because I think it's a Wepo festival.
Okay.
That is
Wow,
that is the first student party I joined, and I really enjoy. So after I joined so many parties between students, and I really I'm really prefer to join them. I think now I make so many native Finnish people here, and they taught me so many cultures about Finland. So I'm lucky.
So I guess you're having fun learning.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. How about you, no?
Like when I come here, it's like last December, and it's like gonna go to winter. So like everywhere is snow. So I have some like event with my friend to like ice skating, and also like I have some of my friends who like also Vietnamese. So we like celebrate some party at my home, and also I have some Finnish friends, and they invite me to the bar. But you know, like in Vietnam, we always think like bar is like somewhere really like harmful and toxic or something like that. So I'm really like be careful in the beginning when my friend like invite me to a bar. But when I go there with them, they just like discuss something about the economic or something in the bar. So I think it's like quite different, and I really enjoy it. So every time my friends ask me, I always ready to go with them. Yeah.
How about you?
Well, I've been here for some time already, so
Yes.
almost 4 years. And well, before COVID, you know, I went all in. I was just trying
That's
all the
what
different.
happens in the first year, yes.
Yeah. Oh no, that didn't happen the first year, because that was when I went all in the university. Because you know, moving to another country is always like a big step. There's a lot of stuff you have to do and you have to get used to. But then, yeah, about after the first semester, yeah, I was trying all the different stuff, and I like it, even though Tampere isn't a huge city by no means. But there are a lot of small but very active communities of people doing, well, I mean, everything. I tried some different board games. There was went to a historical like martial arts club for a while where they fight with swords. It was very interesting, and it's nice that there are tons of activities really, and there's always like a small but very passionate group of people involved in it, and most of them, I guess, are quite welcoming. So I think, yeah, tried all the different stuff here.
Well, as you know, Tampere actually has a lot of services and, discounts and, a support for the students here. For example, the students get actually students' fares in trains and buses and restaurants and party places. So did you know about it or have you tried it?
Yeah, that is something I need to say, because at the beginning I don't have the student card here. I think the student card is not very important for me, just like the entrance card to the dunk to the university. And then I think I get the entrance card, so I don't need the student card. And then I found because the summer try to travel with my friends and also go to some restaurant and enjoy my life. But I found that without student card, I couldn't got so many discounts like in the restaurant and also in the train and also some museum entrance. There are some student discount and I miss a lot. But I back from my traveling. Okay, I will apply for my student card. It was like really important thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're actually planning to have a social life at a discounted price, it is actually really, really good. Like I said, I actually miss it a lot.
Yeah.
How about you? Have you actually tried using the student benefits and special discounts?
Yeah, I think I can use it for my bus and tram ticket.
Mm-hmm.
But I also I'm a young people, so I also get the discount for it. But I use my certificates of study for some case I go to restaurant and they have some discount for student. And by the way, now I didn't get my Tamco yet, my Tamco card yet, but I still can use my certificate of study. They also accept it.
Oh, that's good to know. I didn't know that you could use it. Have you used it? Well, you've been here for 4 years.
Oh yeah. I think I got my money back in the first week just on lunches. But yeah, obviously, I mean, it's a student card. The lunch is like what, at least it used to be 3 times less expensive with the student card, and then obviously the bus ticket is a big thing. But I used to travel home by train quite a lot of times, and obviously the trains inside Finland you get a discount, which is like a pretty good discount on every ticket. Well, and obviously here and there you do something and then there's like a 5-10% discount, whether you get a haircut, passport photos, whatever really. Yeah, like everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere. You don't notice it, but it always says like student discount. Yeah.
The first year I keep forgetting about it, and then after that now I miss it.
Yeah. But yeah, student card is great. In that sense, yeah, I think I mean, saved me a lot of money, at least on the foods, certainly.
And also I want to talk about the student apartment, like the student apartment price is quite different with some normal apartment.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there are 2 companies like Dois and Pois, and I live in Dois apartment. At the beginning, I think, the rent is a little expensive, I think. But then after compared with other my friends, not student apartment, I think, oh my God, I got a lot of benefits from Dois and from my student service. So it was also make sense.
Yeah, I assume, because coming from China, it would have seem very expensive, but over here, I mean, I think when you live here long enough, you would realize that
Yeah.
it is so much cheaper.
Yeah.
So on that note, what kind of tip would you actually give to people who are thinking about studying here in Tampere?
I want to say if some students want to come here, I really recommend that they go try the apply for more activities, for more parties, and to enjoy your life here. And like the ambassador here, I can do some sharing with others. And the activities, you can make so many friends in here, not only international students but also native students. And then I think work hard and study hard is the most important.
I was wondering if you're going to say that. So not just party hard, but
Yeah,
also work
yeah,
hard and study
yes.
hard. And you, what kind of tip would you give?
Yeah, I think the first one you should like take the milk card from the from our counselor, and it's really important. And this save for you a lot of money, and also apply to like towards apartment as well. I think when come here can join some like event from Tampere or some day like now we have the market for Christmas, and I think it's really interesting to discover it.
Okay, 4 years. You must have a lot of tips.
I mean, I think I only have one tip really. If you're considering it, it would be great if you could come, maybe even as a tourist for, to get a feel of the place.
Idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're studying somewhere else and you have an exchange possibility, maybe not even in Tampere, but in Finland, I think it's a great way to sort of get this snapshot of what's life is really like here. And yeah, especially do come in winter because, if you can survive the winter, you'll be all right.
You can survive the rest of the year.
You'll enjoy the rest of the year. So yeah, I would say just try and visit. That is something that helped me a lot.
Well, thanks for chatting with me. I wish you all the best in your studies. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.